Cano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now Daniels. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. To throw is Daniels.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 32. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets...
Touchdown!
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And now Washington going to go for 2 here. Daniels going to try and throw for it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw now, Dart. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Dart. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Tracy going to get it on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Percy Butler.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
2nd and 10. Now Dart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Dart. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Giants have regained the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Here's Daniels.
And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Jeremy McNichols
from 6 yards away.
And the Commanders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
As Shaheed going to go in motion. Throwing his dart. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
It's taken to the 26. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Here's the option.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
And they'll try to run the option here.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Now once again, Washington going to break the huddle and go for 2. And now an audible here into something else.
They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 36.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now back to throw.
That one behind his man, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions.
He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Kyle Pitts,
34 yards.
And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Looking to throw. Daniels. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
To the air again, Dart.
Flush to his right.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Dart.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Giants!
Malik Neighbors
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A final shot before break. Daniels. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now Daniels. He's going to take another shot here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Xavier Worthy, 65 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Back to throw here.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing again is Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, it's Tracy.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Dart. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing, Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another 1st down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Running left is Tracy.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Dart.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
To throw is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Throwing now is Daniels. Over to Pitts, and he's got it near the sideline.
And out of bounds right around the 20. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Rolling to his right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question of it.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Malik Neighbors.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Here's Daniels.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
They go play action. Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. He's to the 15. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The Commanders lined up here. They're going to try for 2 once again. Daniels going to try and throw for it. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll hand it to Tracy.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here's Dart.
Flushed out right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he goes out right around the 39. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Dart.
Robinson's got it. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw now, Dart.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
23 yards, the final tally.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing his dart. Again, it's Johnson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
He finds Robinson.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Here's Dart once more.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
To throw is Dart.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Gano the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Daniels. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Daniels looking to throw.
Dancing to his left. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Flush to his right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels.
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have...
Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
To the air goes Daniels. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And the Commanders are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Tootin. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now they'll pitch it out here. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Daniels. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division.
Defines my name. N.A.S. What defines my name? N.A.S. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the I-R at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? N.A.S. What defines my name? N.A.S. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What the